They would protect the right for self-custody. That's a big one. That's a very big one for Bitcoin. And we're very much aligned, even though we have an ETF and that could be a centralization vector. We think both are true. Self-custody for the early adopters and those who learn more about the ecosystem, but then just getting people into understanding what this is, how powerful this movement is.
Hey guys, welcome back to Everyday Finance. In this video, Cathie Wood discusses Bitcoin and crypto, Ark Invest CEO. Cathie Wood shares her optimistic perspective on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as a whole, confident in the future. The speaker sees a decreased risk of government interference. They believe that Bitcoin has successfully overcome its major obstacle and has demonstrated its growth and seamless scalability. It is worth noting that a significant number of people, estimated to be between 55 and 60 million in the United States, currently own Bitcoin. This information is supported by 3 announcements made by Trump, which aim to gain more support from the Democratic Party for the 21st Century Act, a financial innovation technology. The first announcement involved accepting campaign donations in Bitcoin. The second announcement focused on protecting the right for individuals to have self-custody of their crypto assets. Lastly, Trump opposed the implementation of central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, and lots of things Cathie Wood discusses, so please watch the video to end and share this video, and subscribe our channel Everyday Finance. Thanks.
So we have 4 people at Ark who are working on crypto generally, 1 dedicated to Bitcoin on-chain analytics. And judging by those, we believe, halfway through this bull market. And halfway doesn't mean we're halfway through the price increase, because, at the end of a bull market, prices tend to go parabolic. So we have no idea where that, but we feel very strongly, just based on-chain analytics, looking at them versus the short 10-year history, a little bit more than that history, that we're halfway through the bull market. What's very interesting, since the ETFs were launched in January, many people think, all right, the boom, and we've had a very nice showing, David versus Goliath. We're in the fight, and very
Congratulations.
Happy where we are. Yeah. But not one major, what we call them wirehouses, like Morgan Stanley, UBS, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, not one has put Bitcoin on its platform yet, a Bitcoin ETF. They're all doing their due diligence. And I think what's going to happen is within the next few months, one will, and it may be not the big ones, it may be an independent RIA like LPL. They tend to move a little more quickly. Once you get one with a spot Bitcoin ETF on its platform, the others will fall in line pretty quickly. Yes, 2030. So our bull case, bull is over 1.5 million. Our base is in the $650,000 range, so about tenfold from here by 2030. And there are 3 big building blocks. Institutional is one, and I would put it sounds like retail distribution, but these are institutional decision makers at B of A, Merrill Lynch, and so forth. So that's one. The second is, this is a replacement for gold. So we assume that it's going to subsume 50% of the gold, what would be the gold market, especially as younger people are looking to diversify. And then it is an insurance policy. In emerging markets, I just visited El Salvador and had the pleasure of meeting the top officials there, and they are blazing a trail, making it legal tender, and, giving their populations or showing the way for other countries to give their
What a brilliant move.
Yes, it is a brilliant. There are two.
What
El
a brilliant move.
Salvador, President Bukele is going after two big ideas, and we're talking about them: AI and Bitcoin. And my mentor and friend Art Laffer, who joined me on this trip, I think is going to be working with that government. It's only a $30 billion economy. Can you believe that?
Wow.
And here
That's
we're
crazy.
talking, and they're going after, they're being very progressive. They're putting in tax policies that are going to encourage innovation. So I think that's a very big idea. Think about that. El Salvador, the entire country, 30 billion.
Despite the volatility in the price of Bitcoin and the fluctuations in the market, there are several key indicators that point towards positive trends. It appears that the bulls may still have the advantage, suggesting the possibility of further growth. The BTC price trajectory has experienced a significant resurgence. Bitcoin experienced a volatile beginning to July, dropping by more than 10.5% and stabilizing around $57,000 on July 7th. At its lowest point, BTC reached a low point of $3,550 as concerns grew about a potential market downturn caused by Mido's ongoing reimbursement of over 140,000 BTC to its clients and the German government's liquidations of BTC. The recent drop in the price of Bitcoin was accompanied by an increasing divergence between the declining prices and the rising Relative Strength Index, RSI. This pattern often suggests that the selling pressure is losing strength, despite the price continuing to decline in technical analysis. This situation frequently indicates a possible change or deceleration in the ongoing decline, implying that Bitcoin could soon see a recovery as market sentiment shifts towards optimism. There are two additional technical indicators that support the bullish reversal scenario. First one is, on July 5th, Bitcoin displayed a bullish hammer candlestick pattern. This pattern is characterized by a small body at the upper end of the daily candle, accompanied by a long lower shadow and minimal upper shadow. Interestingly, a similar situation was observed in May. Additionally, Bitcoin's daily RSI reading is currently hovering close to its oversold threshold of 30. This often indicates an upcoming consolidation or recovery period. Jacob Canfield, an analyst, predicts that this indicator may indicate a rebound, with BTC possibly returning to its previous range. With a high of over $70,000, there is speculation about whether Bitcoin will be able to continue its upward trend in the coming weeks. The increase is expected to continue, as there is a growing likelihood of rising interest rates in September. As of July 7th, Wall Street traders estimated a 72% chance of the United States Federal Reserve reducing interest rates by 25 basis points. This probability was lower at 46.6% a month ago, indicating that the job market weakening may prompt the Fed to consider cutting interest rates to boost economic activity. Lower interest rates typically have a positive impact on Bitcoin and other riskier assets, as they tend to make traditional safe investments less attractive. Investments such as US Treasury notes are becoming less appealing. Let's get back to Cathie Wood interview.
Yeah, we don't think it's possible, and it's so interesting how surreptitiously Bitcoin really got into the hands of 50 to 60 million Americans and has become an election year issue. In fact, for many voters, for many voters, it is the election issue, and that is why for the Financial Innovation Technology Act of the 21st century, so FIT 21, was able to attract 76 Democrats. I think when the Republicans basically turned this into an election year issue, whether accepting campaign donations in crypto or saying that they would protect the right for self-custody. That's a big one. That's a very big one for Bitcoin. And we're very much aligned, even though we have an ETF and that could be a centralization vector. We think both are true. Self-custody for the early adopters and those who learn more about the ecosystem, but then just getting people into understanding what this is, how powerful this movement is. That is the role of a spot Bitcoin ETF, because once you own a spot Bitcoin ETF, you want to learn even more about it.
Yeah.
You'll want to understand the risk profile, the return profile.
Another positive sign for the BTC market is the increase in inflows into the US-based spot Bitcoin. After 2 days of consecutive outflows on July 5th, exchange-traded funds, ETFs, experienced a decline due to the US reporting weak unemployment data. The funds amassed a total of 14310 million worth of BTC, as reported by data from Farside Investors. This suggests a growing risk appetite among Wall Street investors. The Fidelity-Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund led the way in attracting inflows, amassing an impressive $117 million. The Bitwise Bitcoin ETF received a net inflow of $3.2 million, while the ARK21 Shares Bitcoin ETF and the Vanik Bitcoin Trust saw inflows of $1.3 million and $12.8 million, respectively. In contrast, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust experienced a net outflow of $28.6 million. There is potential for further gains. Indicators for Bitcoin are influenced by the recent increase in the USM2 supply, which is a measure of the money supply. This includes various forms of money such as cash, checking deposits, easily convertible near money like savings deposits, money market securities, and other time deposits. In May 2024, there was a year-over-year increase of approximately 0.82% in the M2 money supply. This helped to reduce the overall decline from its peak in October 2023, which was around 4.74% to about 3.5%. Supply growth has a positive impact on Bitcoin as it enhances liquidity in the economy. With more money in circulation, there is a greater inclination towards investing in riskier assets such as Bitcoin, especially when traditional investments like savings and BBS offer lower returns. Bitcoin miner capitulation metrics are approaching levels similar to those observed during the market bottom after the FTX crash in late 2022, suggesting a possible bottom for BTC. Miner capitulation happens when miners scale back operations or sell a portion of their holdings. Investing in Bitcoin and building reserves can help you maintain financial stability and protect against potential risks associated with Bitcoin exposure. Several indicators of capitulation have been pointed out by market analysts in the past month as Bitcoin's price dropped from $68,791 to as low as $53,550. There is an interesting observation regarding the decline in Bitcoin's hash rate, which represents the total computational power securing the Bitcoin network. This decline is attributed to weaker miners exiting the market or reducing their operations. On the other hand, more competitive miners are expected to see larger profits, which could help stabilize their operations and reduce the need to sell BTC. These metrics suggest that the Bitcoin market may be approaching its bottom, similar to previous instances. There were cycles of minor sell-offs and operational reductions that were followed by market recoveries. If you learned something from this video, then please like this video and subscribe our channel Everyday Finance, and we will meet in next video. Thanks.